Good morning, Web Spiders. Today is Wednesday. It is October 19th, and you ready, Miss Machino's class? It's a Webbtastic Wednesday. I like that. I like that adjective for our Wednesday because Webbtastic means it's super, super cool, super fantastic. It's Webbtastic, and it's Wednesday. So we're going to talk about being fair just a little bit because that's our character trait for the month of October. And I'm going to tell you about a Band-Aid example. You know how you sometimes get an owie and need a Band-Aid, that type of thing? Okay. Sometimes fair doesn't mean equal or the same. For example, imagine that 3 children go to Mrs. Hossman to the clinic. One has a scratch on his knee, one had a headache, and one lost a tooth. What if Mrs. Hossman each gave them all the same thing, a Band-Aid? A Band-Aid for a headache? A Band-Aid for a lost tooth? Would that be the right thing to do? Of course not. One needed a Band-Aid, one needed an ice pack, and one just needed a treasure box for their tooth. So being fair doesn't always mean that everyone's treated exactly the same way. People are all different, and sometimes we all need different things. Give each person what they need. That is what fair is. Not giving each person the same thing, giving each person what they need. That's being fair. Does that kind of make sense? I think that's a pretty good example. I think Mrs. Clendenning wrote that out for me, so thank you, Mrs. Clendenning, for coming up with a great fair example that we could relate to. We do have birthdays in the web today, so happy birthday to Kaiser Cruiser from Mrs. Kinsey's class, and happy birthday to Hunter Parton from Mrs. Bridges' class. Make sure you come see me sometime today. We'll get a birthday backpack charm. We are continuing with our bullying education because it's bullying awareness for the month of October. So fairness is our character trait, but we're being aware of bullying. Now I have to say, this morning I heard the word bully be used, and it was not a bullying incident. So somebody was saying, oh, he keeps saying that I'm saying mean things. He's bullying me. So we asked the student, are you saying mean things? No. Well, then don't worry about it. Oh, that's not bullying, is it? No. Bullying, again, the definition is when someone targets someone specifically over and over and over and over and over again with the intent to do harm. They want to hurt you. So someone calling you a name or saying something, they're bugging you. That's not bullying, okay? And you need to use your debugging skills. Do you guys remember the debugging skills? What's the first one?
Decide to ignore.
Ignore them! What's the second one?
Exit or walk away.
You could do that. What's another one? In a firm voice?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Eye contact.
Eye contact is good. The fifth one is the one when you would go do something. What would you do?
Tell an adult.
Tell an adult. Okay, so there's lots of different steps in debugging that you can go through and solve that problem yourself, right? But if someone does it over and over and over and over again with the intent to hurt or harm you, that's when it becomes bullying. And usually it's just bugging, and people bug each other, and we can use our debugging skills and make that stop, okay? All right, let's see what it says today. October 19th. October 19th. Look. Be respectful in person and online. Okay, this goes back to computer usage. A lot of you are texting. Some of you do Snapchat, that kind of thing. Some of you might tweet on Twitter. It is always important to be respectful online and in real life. This is what happens. If you're having yucky feelings or you're mad at someone, boy, it's real easy to text it and send because you don't see how that affects someone. You don't see how it hurts their feelings. You just do it. If you see someone bullying online or in a text message, tell a trusted adult. Also remember that nothing is private when you are online or on your phone. Do you know that? Nothing. Pictures, text messages, anything that you send on your phone is not private. There are no take-backs. When you write a post, someone else somewhere can always see it. Even if you delete it on your phone, it's still on theirs, and it's still a record of the phone corporation that you have your cell phone plan through, okay? So all those records can be gotten to. So you can't hide behind a text message Once you send it, the person that receives it has it, even if you delete it off your phone, and the company that has your cell phone plan has record of it too. Okay, so just be nice to each other. Isn't it easier just to be nice to each other? Okay, at this time, go ahead and stand. Push your chairs in. I'm going to have my guests introduce themselves.
My name's Cindy Mella from Miss David's class.
My name's Nate Seal from Mrs. David's class.
My name is Billy Mason from Mrs. David's class.
My name's Jaden Hughes from Mrs. David's class.
Go ahead and have a moment of silence. Now for the pledge. Mr. Billy, you guys ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very nice. Now, we have a mysterious jacket that was left on a bus today. Let me show this to you. I know some of you immediately are going to say, that's Kylie Cooper's. It's not Kylie Cooper's, because Kylie Cooper is wearing her jacket that looks just like this right now. So someone else has an identical jacket, and it was left on the bus this morning. And I think it was left on, can't remember for sure. It was either Miss Anita's bus or Miss Kelly's bus this morning. So if this is your jacket, we have it in the office. Come and get it, okay? That makes sense? All right. Let's do our creed and have a good start to this Webbtastic Wednesday. You ready? Here we go.
I'm the Blue family. I take pride in myself and my school.
I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Web School a place where everybody, somebody's special. Make it a Webbtastic Wednesday and make sure you
We're doing it right.